Good morning to my 1002 YouTube channel subscribers. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Wednesday morning, September 25th. This is today's my 48th birthday, and so just figure I'd do a little walk and talk. And you know what? When you get to these birthdays, it kind of is a kind of like a reference point, and you kind of look back on life and. It's really birthdays is really good for some good reflection on life, and then also kind of like give yourself some new goals. And so that's kind of what I've been doing on my around my birthday and stuff. I was just reflecting, like I'm 48 today, and I was like, 40 years ago I was 8 years old, and what was I doing at 8 years old? Playing baseball, watching professional wrestling, and just think about what I was doing there, playing with my friends, riding bicycles in the neighborhood, and just having a real good time. And then everything that's happened since I was 8 to 48 is so many ups and downs, and that life throws you. And then but it all makes you the person who you are today. So and then plus you got then just looking forward, my future plans. And in my future plans, what I would super duper love to do is get a couple acres and farm them. However, I've had a setback over this last few months with my partial hernia that will probably need to have surgery before then. So that's kind of like a major setback, but I feel like I can still, I just keep doing my best like I always do. And even with a partial hernia, it's still things you could do. You just have to watch yourself physically with the lifting. You don't want to uh, aggravate the hernia, because that's like a serious. If you have a emergency surgery on a hernia, it could be life threatening. So that's just kind of scary to think about, especially somebody like me. And that's another thing I was thinking, because I'm 48 today, and I'm very super thankful. That I'm going on 50 years old, and just this morning I did a workout this morning. Did 50 squats, 50 push-ups, 50 arm curls, 50 shoulder presses, 50 back arms, push-ups, squats. So I was just working out this morning, then plus walking a couple miles. At 48 years old, that's a lot of Americans. I would say I'd say majority of Americans, I don't know, at 48, they just don't seem like they're in very good physical health due to all the alcohol and drugs, and just eating McDonald's, and drinking Mountain Dew and stuff, eating candy bars, living off that stuff, and so I'm just thankful at 48 that I'm still have my health. And the only health problem that I've had was high blood pressure, and I've been working super hard on that by losing weight and stop eating red meat and everything. So my blood pressure been good. So I'm fine. Besides that and the hernia, but I think that's not bad at 48. I'll take that. Health problems, so it could be worse, definitely. So I'm just thankful for that at my age, to have the health that I have. And another thing I'm thankful for is that, at 8 years old, and where I'm at 48, I surpassed everybody's expectations for me a long, long time ago. Like, I haven't been in no trouble for the longest time. And, that's really matured and grown, going to church consistently, reading the Bible, trying to live Christ-like, and, just doing my best. And so, I own my house, I own my car. And so, definitely surpassed everybody's expectations for me, which is good. However, my own expectations that I set for myself, I haven't even came close to what I really want to achieve in life. I feel like, things that I probably could have, made different choices and did things better, and I'd probably be farther in life than I am right now. But still, I'm happy and appreciative for what I do have, and as far as I had made it. and it's you know, it's still not over with, and I'm still trying to increase my quality of life and my happiness. So that's what I'm looking at. And see, life changes when you when you don't use your dollar amount to equate your happiness. Like, oh, I got so much money, and so that means I'm gonna be happy. You know, when you start, you know, your life is, I would say your stress level is more important than your money level and your happiness. Here's the, for instance, you could be making $1 million a year, but be super stressed, and you're making $1 million by, you know, let's, whatever you might be doing. Let's say you're selling some pharmaceutical drug at a doctor's office, and you know it has super bad side effects, but still you're prescribing this to your patients anyways because you're getting paid, you know, millions of dollars to sell this, whatever it might be that you're doing to make that money. It could be stressful, and it could be, you know, all money ain't good money, and then you're stressed out about it. So if you're stressed out, you're not gonna be able to enjoy that money. You know what I mean? So, and then you find people who are homeless and don't have any jobs, don't have anything, but be the happiest people in the world because they don't have no stress. They're not worried about nothing. They ain't got no bills. They don't got a care in the world. You know, they might have a free housing, free food, and so they really don't have a care in the world. You know, and not to say that I'm sure they got some sadness in their life that ended up to be in that predicament. But regardless, that, you know, money can't buy you love, money can't buy you happiness. Your happiness comes within yourself. Nobody else is gonna make you happy. Even if you had $1 million a year and you hired entertainers, you know, clowns to paint their face and juggle balls and people to sing and dance for you, and you had all the money in the world, but you're still not happy, but you're trying to have other people make you happy, it's never gonna work. You know, you gotta make yourself happy from within to feel good about yourself. I think it goes, you know, from doing good things, you know, really helps you feel good about yourself. Setting goals and achieving goals really helps. Keeping a positive attitude, just with your happiness, because I see that my life, I've always been, you know, my family said I was a happy baby, and I've been pretty happy, you know, but then I've had unhappiness too. And I see a lot of my unhappiness, it comes from stress, and the stress is usually from making the wrong decisions. And it could be just, it could be like the wrong decisions. It could just be anything, like wrong decisions, like I choose to hang out with the wrong people. I choose to listen to the wrong type of music. I choose, you know, and so you're making these bad choices, whatever it might be, and then that's causing you stress and unhappiness. So then once you start making the better choices and decisions, then life is less stressful, and then boom, you have more happiness. And so it's really super basic, you know, when it comes down to it. But we like to make things complicated, and life can be complicated. You know, sometimes we make decisions and choices because we're being influenced by other people psychologically, and you know, so we're just doing things that we don't even know why we're doing them, and making poor choices, and that's going to lead to stress and unhappiness. So it's super important that you be mentally strong, so you don't get no influence. For instance, like you might see advertisements that say, you know, hey, you know, whatever, you know, I can't really, I got one of my videos banned from YouTube for the first time the other day, and because I talked about that stuff they put in your arm or whatever, and so I gotta kind of, I guess I really need to watch what I say on the YouTube, because he said he was pretty serious. It seemed like when they gave me that one strike on your account, don't you ever mention this again. I was like, oh wow. So I'm not gonna say, you know, that you see the advertisement to get a shot in the arm and then you had some adverse effects, but you was influenced by the TV commercial, or Spike Lee was on there saying, man, go get it. You know what I mean? And then you Or your grandparents tell you, oh man, you got to do this, and then you do it, and then you have some adverse. Now you got now you got some kind of adverse effect, and so now you're stressed and unhappy because you made a wrong decision, but that wrong decision wasn't even your decision. Somebody else made that decision for you. Your grandparents, Spike Lee, your employer. Somebody made that decision for you, and that's just one example. There's a billion examples. So, but anyways, yeah. 48 today. Wow. This is something else. 2 years away from 50, so I kind of got like a 2-year plan. Where I would like to be at in my life by 50 years old. I already pictured it in my mind, like the bare minimal of where I would like to be at by the time I'm 50. And it's doable. I mean, I don't want much, and I don't want a mansion, a Lamborghini. I don't want to live on Mars. So my goals is just buy a couple acres, buy a couple acres, build a couple small structures, do some farming, living off the land. It really, since I want to be more self-sustainable by the time I'm 50. And it's just it not just if the grid goes down, a major war happens, whatever, the economy bank drops, and the grocery stores don't have any food on the shelves, because it only takes, they say it takes 24 hours of the supply chain being interrupted, and there will be nothing left in the stores. And it's just so many people that you'll see. I just seen on I went in on the last holiday on a few weeks ago. It was Memorial Day or Labor Day, whatever which one it was. And then I went into Aldi's about 6 p.m., which was pretty late, and most of the stuff was gone. Mushrooms, I really wanted some mushrooms because I was gonna make, I forgot, chicken and mushrooms or something, and then it had no mushrooms, and then half the stuff, a lot of the stuff was gone from Aldi's, and that was just because of holiday. So just imagine if they don't get no trucks in for a day or so. It's gonna be pretty rough. Yeah, well, that's about it. I think I'm gonna go ahead. Let's see, it's at 12 minutes. So yeah, but that's really all I got that's all I really got to say. Just gonna enjoy this day. Have a nice day today. Probably go out to eat tonight, which I don't do very often. And so looking forward to that. Just enjoy the day. And I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good day.